Back here on SportsLine, 737-7767 is the number to call as we get you set for the Titans game in Jacksonville tomorrow night, 7 o'clock over on News Channel 5. Don't forget, we'll have the game for you, so looking forward to that. And a huge game for the Titans as they look to stay in the AFC South playoff race, which, again, hard to believe with only 2 wins on the season, but they are still in the hunt with a little under half a season to play. So it'll be the first Thursday night regular season pro game for Marcus Mariota, Titans rookie quarterback, doing a great job running the Titans offense when he's been healthy. Here's what he had to say yesterday about tomorrow night's game.
What's it like getting ready on a short week with the turnaround? I guess you may have done it a few times in college, but what's the general approach once you have to know that you don't have the 2 extra days of preparation and rest?
Well, I think first and foremost is getting your body ready. And then from there, mentally just getting your game plan, making sure you know what you're doing. But you know what? It's fun. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and we look forward to it.
How much of the mental game is condensed? I mean, you try not to get overwhelmed. How much you have to get in at a time?
I think we try to treat it just as any other game. We got to have a game plan suitable for us. So I feel that everything's kind of in, and again, it just requires a little extra studying maybe, but for the most part, it's just taking your time and using it wisely.
What stands out about Jacksonville defense?
Their front's really good. They got some pass rushers there that can really cause havoc. They've been able to get a lot of turnovers. That's what's kept them in games and kept them close throughout this entire season. So, it's got to be on us to take care of the football and make sure we're doing our jobs to the best of our abilities.
You got to look at the new uniforms. Does it kind of remind you of the Oregon days?
I'm excited about it. It's gonna be fun to kind of get something different. It does remind me a little bit, sort of say, but yeah, we're excited.
Philly back, and how quickly can you get the chemistry? I guess you've been out here with Trey on a regular basis. When you feel comfortable with both of those guys?
Yeah, I was with them throughout the entire rookie minicamp, through OTAs. So, if their number is called, those guys will be ready, and we'll expect good things out of them.
How much of a help is that to bring guys in who are you at least a little bit familiar with?
It's new to me, but having guys that you've already worked with obviously is going to, increase your ability to have that chemistry when you're out there in the field. So, I think it is definitely helpful.
What can you as a quarterback do to, help improve communication with new guys that come in here, and not only you guys, but DGB is still a rookie, just now starting to get a lot of play time himself?
Well, I think it's just over communicating the huddle, making sure everyone knows what they're doing. If they have any questions, to ask, myself or some of these other veterans that are around. But I think it just takes everyone just communicating and being on the same page.
Marcus, how would you explain the success you've had on the road? It's 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. What do you see there?
I don't know. I just play my game, play myself. I don't treat it any different than any other game.
Just so we can thrive on the road, just the facility and stuff like that. Do you have any of that?
Well, it is fun playing it in a hostile environment. Any athlete, any competitive athlete would tell you there's a satisfaction when you're able to compete at the best of your ability on the road. But for me, I don't treat any game any differently. I kind of have the same mentality throughout.
You had said, sorry if I'm being repetitive, but you didn't really, if that's how Cam likes to do it, that's cool with you. Just, you're thinking, does a quarterback maybe set himself up for any sort of payback opportunity if he carries himself like that after success?
That's how he wants to handle himself. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. He's having fun with the game, and if that's how he wants to handle himself, that's fine.
Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota meeting with the media yesterday. Had a tomorrow night's game in Jacksonville against the Jaguars. Well, in today's free agent NFL market, you don't always get what you pay for, but the Titans definitely are getting what they paid for in linebacker Orakpo. brought in as a free agent from the Redskins this past offseason, having a great season at outside linebacker under Dick LeBeau's 3-4 attacking scheme. 28 tackles so far this season, 24 solo, and 6 sacks for Brian Orakpo, the veteran out of Texas. And he's told the media yesterday he is loving this new defense and playing here in Tennessee under Dick LeBeau.
Full go. You see that they helped me out in all of offseason, all of preseason. I didn't get a lot of snaps. So it was going to take a little bit of time after that first game. Once that first game got out of my system, it was rock and roll time, and I felt great, and I've been doing a great job as far as handling my business out there and doing the best I can to help this defense perform well.
For a guy who came in as hoping to be a sack guy, to have 6 already and 4 in the last 3 games, got to be a good feeling.
It's a good feeling, and we got plenty more to get. We still got almost half a season left, and we're at the halfway mark, and our team is doing a tremendous job. I mean, I wasn't here last year, but from all the responses we've been having, it's putting a lot of pressure. It's like night and day. So we just got to keep it up. I believe we're like 4th in the league in sacks, and we're just going to get better. That's one thing I'm excited about, because quarterbacks know that this team puts a lot of pressure, and not only just blitzing, but just us front four just really getting after it. Around, I guess you guys see film. I'm moving around a little bit on the line of scrimmage or off the balls, just kind of giving offenses different looks. I may be coming on this play, I may be dropping, or I may be looking like I'm coming, and I may be spying. I mean, there's all kinds of different scenarios Coach Horton and Coach LeBeau has created to kind of free us up and give us one-on-one matchups.
Brian, some might say a short week, that's tough to get it all together again for a Thursday game. Others might say a chance to get that taste from last Sunday out of our mouths.
I like that. It's definitely a short week, but it's quicker to get that bad taste out of your mouth. I felt like we fought very hard in the last game, and we came up short. So it's a short week, so it gives us the opportunity has come a little bit faster. So I'm excited about it, and it's prime time, only game on, showcase our talents, and it's a divisional game, and get back in the thick of things in the AFC South.
How funny is it to say that? I mean, the record's not anywhere close to where you want it to be, but
it's very rare. It's very rare for us to be sitting here, 2-7, and we're only 2 games behind, from first place. It's very rare. So at some point in time, and hopefully it's this Thursday, we got to take advantage of this rare opportunity.
Right now you're sporting navy blue. The shade's going to be a lot different on Thursday night.
Yeah, a lot of Smurfs out there. Going to be a lot of Smurfs out there, wearing the baby blue. It's going to be pretty cool. I like it because it's a chance to, switch it up, do something different, give the fans I guess they're wearing gold, we're wearing baby blue, so it's fun for the league, it's fun for us. You're going to have new cleats, new shoes, everything, so I'm excited about it.
Someone asked earlier, who's Papa Smurf on this team?
I don't know. That's the head man. That's the head man. Yeah, that's the head man.
Thanks.
Brian Orakpo referring to the NFL's color rush that we'll be seeing for the rest of the Thursday night games. Teams will be wearing all one color. You may have saw last week's Thursday night game between the Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills were in all red, and the Jets were in all green. Tomorrow night, the Titans will be in all baby blue, and it looks like the Jaguars will be in all gold uniforms. So do not adjust your television sets when you watch tomorrow night's game, which, by the way, you can see over on News Channel 5 tomorrow night beginning at 7, if I haven't reminded you already, and I'm sure I have. All right, Brian Orakpo having a great season at outside linebacker for the Titans. The guy on the other side, Derrick Morgan, having a pretty good season as well. Here's what he had to say yesterday.
Short week, it's even more of a challenge than it is regularly in the NFL, isn't it?
Yeah, you get so used to a routine every week in and week out. Tuesday's your off day, just getting in a rhythm. And to switch it up like that is hard, for your body, mentally as well. But I think it's part of the job description now. Everybody knows they got a Thursday night game every year. That's just part of the schedule. So I think guys, especially this week, have done a good job of being focused. It's not as much physical as far as the preparation, but the mental part of it has to be on point. I think guys have taken a really good approach to that.
Jacksonville, a division game, obviously there's extra emphasis on that, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. divisional opponents are always it's always a higher stakes game for us, especially in the position that we're in. So we definitely have to put on our best performance on Thursday. So guys are aware of that. They're aware of where we are in our division. So we need to make a statement, get a win, and start getting back on the right track.
2-7, still keep you in contention.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is weird, but that's one of those things where hey, it is what it is. Didn't have a great start to the year, but we still have a chance to turn it around. So that's something that you could play for and gives you a little bit of hope.
What have you seen on film from Blake Bortles? Obviously, he's got the numbers and the receivers have big numbers. For you guys as pass rushers, do you see anything maybe you can take advantage of?
I know one thing we have to be aware of is his mobility. Guys, that might get overlooked with Bortles a little bit, but if you really watch the film and break it down, he's moving the chains with his legs a lot. So, and he did that on us last year on Thursday night. So we got to do a great job of keeping him in the pocket. And he's a tough guy. He can take a lot of hits, still keeps getting back up and making plays. So we definitely got to be aware of him and know that he's a playmaker.
What do you think about the uniforms you'll be sporting?
The powder blues.
Yeah.
I actually like them. We did it a few years ago in Houston, but we didn't have the socks and all the cleats and everything. But I think the actual overall uniform, it looks good, in my opinion.
The term Smurfs is being thrown around a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Powder blue, Smurf, they all run the same conversation. So I think we'll look a little bit better than some Smurfs on Thursday.
That's Titans linebacker Derrick Morgan. And the Titans are going to be a little bit banged up in the secondary tomorrow night against Jacksonville. Of course, Jason McCourty out for the year, had season-ending groin surgery. Parrish Cox not 100% sure if he'll be able to go tomorrow night. So that means guys like Bleedy Ray Wilson will have to step up.
The rest of the year, what kind of a blow is that to the defensive back unit?
I mean, he's a great leader, and he's one of those guys. You just watch the way he plays. You can learn a lot from him. But we have guys in the room that have stepped up, made plays, and we just got to continue down that road right now.
There's a lot of talk about these uniforms you're going to be wearing on Thursday night. First off, have you seen them, and what was your reaction?
There's a lot of baby blue. There's going to be a lot of baby blue out there, and I don't even know what Jacksonville's uniforms are going to look like. But that's something that it can be a distraction for us. We just have to focus on the game plan, just executing on Thursday.
There's some talk that you all will look like Smurfs out there.
Yeah, that's the biggest one I've heard. The Smurfs uniforms. That might be the nickname for it when it's all said and done.
You guys talk about the landscape, the AFC South at all? Is it still up in the air?
Yeah, I mean, any team right now, it's up for grabs. Any team can make a run, and at this point in the season, we've done some good things. We haven't had necessarily the record we want to have, but we played some good games. We come down to the last kick or the end of the game, so we just want to keep playing the way we've been playing and just go forward from here.
After the win over the Saints, and then you lose to an undefeated team, so there's not a lot of shame in that. I mean, what's the confidence level like for this team? It seems like it would be pretty decent, even though you came off a loss.
This team, we do a good job keeping our confidence up. We always come to work, and every day you can just tell guys are all in. So that's a good thing for us.
What have you seen from Blake Bortles this year?
He's a strong arm quarterback, and one thing about him is he's pretty good outside the pocket. He's one of those quarterbacks that he can get on the edge, and he can make a lot of plays for his receivers. His receivers, Hearns and Robinson, they've been putting up great numbers, so that's going to be a great challenge for our secondary.
Yeah, can you kind of speak to that challenge? Putting up great numbers. I mean, you take that obviously as a personal challenge for you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely something you look and you see these guys are catching a lot of balls and they're getting targeted a lot. So for us, we just have to continue to stick to our techniques, play the call, and when a play comes your way, you got to make it.
All right, that's Bleedy Ray Wilson speaking about tomorrow night's game against Jacksonville. Time for another break. When we come back, we'll switch gears and talk hockey. Great win by the Predators last night over the Anaheim Ducks, 3-2. We'll hear from some of the principals from that game and the Preds in general as they get set for a 5-game road trip, which starts tomorrow night. Stay with us. We're back right after this.